Jenifer Pan case features some unique characteristics within the dark world of parricide. In Ontario, Canada in 2010, a home invasion became national news. The residents of Beach Ha and Han Pan, Vietnamese immigrants, along with their children Jenifer and Felix, was breached by disguised assailants. Beach Ha was fatally shot, and Han Pan was severely injured in the incident. The incident scared everyone in a usually peaceful area, making people worry that violent thieves were attacking family homes around them for no reason. However, the reality was quite the opposite. Hi, I am Mr. Mash. Today, I am telling you an unbelievable and heartbreaking murder of a mother of 2 children named Beach Ha, and an attempt was made to kill her husband as well, who was seriously injured and went to coma. The police conducted several investigations, collected evidence, and took statements from neighbors, close peoples, and friends. But this case was getting confused day by day. When Han Pan woke up from coma, he made a statement that he believed that somehow his daughter was involved. When police investigated again, the truth of the case was revealed to them. After committing the crime, Jenifer Pan hid her guilt by acting like she was another victim. She tried to trick the police and her family into thinking she was telling the truth. Jenifer Pan was the older of 2 kids in the Pan's family, and by all accounts, a bright, friendly, and happy child. At first, she did really well in school, music, and sports, and looked like a hard-working student who wanted to do well and have a good future. Jenifer Pan began to fall short of the expectation both her parents had of her. Her grades dropped, and she knew her parents would be unhappy if they found out. They would likely make her study more, get extra help, and have less free time until her grades improved again. Instead of telling the truth, Jenifer Pan decided to lie to her parents and began a cycle of deceit which grew in scale as the months turned into years, and she realized just what she could get away with. She started by faking report cards, then made fake university acceptance letters. She lied about what she did at school and later about having part-time jobs, all to make her parents happy and avoid them questioning her too much. The Pans were Vietnamese, and their culture was, as you would expect, a significant part of their lives. Han Pan followed traditional Asian parenting styles, where children are encouraged to succeed, and parents hope to make them good and big. While these methods may not mirror those in Western cultures, and may be considered harsh and strict to many, they shouldn't be considered as abusive. But for Jenifer Pan, it was different. She didn't grow up in a home with abuse or violence. Her parents were very strict though, and her father set tough rules when he found out she had been lying to them about her school and where she was every day. Jenifer Pan was deeply in love with Daniel Wong, experiencing that strong, overwhelming feeling of first love. Her desire to be with him fueled her anger against her parents for forbidding their love. She kept her relationship with Daniel a secret from her parents for about 7 years. When it did come to light, they did not approve. Also, his parents are furious when they find out about the lies they have been told about his study results for years, which prompted him to commit this heinous crime. The Jenifer Pan case is special in many ways when it comes to children killing their parents. First, it's rare for a daughter to plan to kill her parents, since usually sons do this in most cases. Also, Jenifer Pan didn't do the terrible act herself. Instead, she got some people she knew to do it for her, pretending she was a helpless victim needing to escape from how strict her parents were. The most surprising thing about this situation is how long it took from when the murder was first thought of to when it happened. Months went by as the 24-year-old daughter made decisions, figured out details, and planned everything. But during all this time, she never stopped to think about her plan or see how cruel it was. Jenifer Pan and her boyfriend Daniel Wong met some men who didn't care much about right and wrong, who liked to take risks and was involved in selling drugs. These men were mostly interested in making money, This story got more complicated when Jenifer Pan kept changing her story about her role and what she wanted to do. In court in 2014, she said she tried to pay a man to kill her father, but the plan didn't work because the man took her money and disappeared. There is no doubt that Daniel Wong was involved in this planning process. Numerous text messages had been sent between the pair, all allegedly about the hit. Jenifer later said in court that she had originally planned for someone to kill her, like arranging her own unusual way to die. But when things at home got better, she stopped the plan. She had to pay a cancellation fee to the person she hired, who she called Homeboy. The police think this was Lenford Crawford. She claimed she was trying to call him right before her home was attacked, and that she had nothing to do with what happened that night. The jury didn't believe her story. Jenifer Pan was convicted in December 2014 of first-degree murder, attempted murder, and conspiracy to murder, alongside her co-accused, Lenford Crawford, David Milvaganam, and Daniel Wong. The invasion of the Pan family home is believed to have been carried out by Milvaganam and Eric Carty, with Wong, Crawford, and Pan being the masterminds behind the crime. Eric Carty was first being tried with the others, but then he got his own trial because his lawyer got sick. There was also another man in the house that night who hasn't been identified yet. The defense lawyers said Carty was the one responsible for the murders, calling him a psychopathic killer who really needed money. Later, Eric Carty admitted to planning with Jenifer Pan to kill her parents and got a prison sentence of 18 years. Parricide is a special kind of murder because it happens between family members, where the child is the one who commits the crime against their parents. They're not strangers. These are people the child knows very well, with real names, families, and lives of their own. Usually the child has lived with these parents for most of their life before the crime happens. In the Jenifer Pan case, Jenifer didn't want to do the murder herself. It seems like she never thought about killing her parents with her own hands. She wanted them gone, but she also wanted to keep feeling innocent by not being the one who actually did the shooting. For Jenifer Pan, she did not have a criminal background. There were no substance misuse issues or juvenile violence in her history. No signs or warning factors which could have suggested this young woman would not only become involved in but orchestrate such a violent and vicious attack on her own parents. This is a true, unacceptable crime story. Parricide, the murder of a parent or both parents by their own child, is a rare and most devastating act of homicide. It is in many senses the ultimate betrayal. The very people who brought you into this world, nurtured and loved you throughout your life, are repaid by being killed by the person they least expect. Of course, in many of these tragic cases, the loving home ideal has been replaced by a chamber of abuse and torture, leading a child to feel the only escape